Go Squad TV. What's the deal, y'all? So I was just having a debate with one of my friends in the comment section. Salute to my the Jason Tatum fan stand. Forgive me if I said that, but salute, because we were having a debate about the Celtics and where they go from here. But he gave me an idea, like accidentally. I was driving. I was like, "Yo, like, so what's the difference between YouTube media, sports media, and sports media that you watch on TV?" And I think it's pretty simple. I'm not gonna say all YouTube channels are great, but I'm not gonna bash them either. My channel's not perfect. I'll tell you that right now. I'd be first one to tell you. I still got a long way to go before I start really moving on. That said, I think the difference is that you're gonna get straight up facts, but you're also gonna get, you know, um, unbiased commentary. So it's like in a lot of ways, like I might love the Celtics, and my passion might be with the Celtics, but I'm smart enough to know and have the common sense to know that I can't be biased when having conversations about certain things. I'm like the Heat whooped our ass yesterday. I'd be stupid if I sat there and try to come up with a competitive argument to go against the Heat whooping our ass yesterday. That said, I like to say that YouTube media does a really good job of not having barbershop debate. Um, Not everything has to be a debate. I think a conversation needs to be had. And sometimes when you have conversations, you have disagreements, but they don't have to be debates. We don't have to debate. Like, there are a lot of times people comment and they say things that I might not agree with. But I stand on what I stand on. I'm not going to go into a back and forth with people about what I stand on. Like for instance, everybody knows I'm a big Jaylen Brown fan. One of my favorite players right now in the league. I just love his game. His game is just tailor made for the way I see basketball. Just as a player, especially being someone that used to play basketball growing up. I was a mid-range assassin. I love being in the post, shooting fadeaways and hitting mid-range jumpers, and using the dribble to get me to the rim and doing all that stuff that you know the GOAT used to do, like Michael Jordan used to do, and Tracy McGrady used to do, and a lot of those legends that came from the past. So I love Jaylen Brown. It's like a throwback to that era. This era stinks. Everybody wants to shoot 3-pointers or just layups. Trash. But anyway, I guess the point I'm making at is that you guys don't. I'm not gonna debate with you whether you like Jaylen Brown or not, agree or disagree. It's not for me to debate. I'm gonna speak my truth. You go ahead and speak your truth if I feel like I want to listen to it, and to each his own. I'm not gonna have a barbershop debate and sensationalization of me screaming, essentially screaming like a madman and having a debate to boost ratings. I feel like when you watch First Take, you watch First Things First, you don't watch Undisputed, you watch these shows. For one, they talk about the same subjects all the time, for one. And we already know that's national media. But I think the one thing that bugs me out is that these guys get paid to regurgitate the same arguments over and over again and play personas. What's more funny is the fact that they they had to regurgitate this shit because in order to make sports debate, they feel the barbershop way of sports debate is by sitting across from each other and debating about things they disagree with and making it entertaining. I think in around 2004, 2005 is when I think this shit started really popping and it started killing sports. ESPN had a whole, now ESPN's pretty much dedicated to radio shows and live shows where it's just basically debate about the same regurgitative shit. Have some guy over there start screaming about what he disagrees with. Like on Get Up is always Dan Orlowski versus Spears over there. They used to play the league. If it's not that, you know, if it's not that, then it's always Stephen A. and Max getting paid to do that, and Molly always chirping every 5 seconds. You know what I mean? And then you got if it's not that, it's always you know Skip and Shannon and FS1 doing, or like Nick Wright's bum ass doing going on TV and lying to the American people. And it's just like it's the same regurgitated shit. RB the breakthrough, who's Randy Booker, is made this point time and time again about how the sports media is just really just like the national sports media is just about holding on to an agenda. It's about entertainment. But sports fans like me want to hear they want to hear commentary. They want to hear how a basketball game and how strategically how these things could work. And it may not be entertaining to certain people, but for me it is. Like I would love to be, I always wanted to be a head coach at one point in my life, or coach of a high school team or little league team, only because I kind of feel like it would be great for me to learn the X's and O's and teach the X's and O's of basketball that I've learned over the years. So I have a real passion for basketball. Just the same thing with boxing, like passion of mine. Wrestling, passion of mine. I mean, those are passions. And anyway, I think the difference between YouTube media versus, you know, sports media, the national sports media, is that you're gonna get the same regurgitative arguments to where you watch a funky diabetic, you watch my channel, or you watch um other channels like other sports channels that are related, microphone, like one drop mic, a lot of these different YouTube channels that I can't remember off the head right now. Ticket TV, so many different channels and so many different views of things that even if you disagree, you're at least you're not going into a big shouting match debate. It's just like it's not sensationalized. You could actually figure out a reason, and there might be a legit reason for why certain things are the way they are. You know what I mean? Personally, a good, one of my favorite channels is a Funky Diabetic. I mess with his channel. Salute, Funky Diabetic. Um, and there's a lot of other YouTube channels out there that I'm just discovering over the years that I like watching. You know what I mean? And you know, I just think that you want to hear legit news. You want to hear legit different things, different views, but you don't always want to feel like you have to be in a barbershop in sports debate, to where the national media is all about sensationalism, excuse me, sensationalism and entertainment. It's kind of like the difference between watching AEW, which is more pro wrestling based with entertainment. It has entertainment in it, but it's more pro wrestling based, versus watching WWE, which is more entertainment based, and they don't really particularly care about the pro wrestling part of it. They're more about the entertainment. Vince has said this time and time again. It's superstar. If you don't call them professional wrestlers, he doesn't even certain words they don't even like to use. So, um, I guess at the end of the day, it's apples and oranges. Like I particularly like YouTube media a lot better. I learned of different things. Like I said, Randy Booker, aka RB the Breakthrough. I go on his channel, listen to what he has to say. Sometimes I'll listen to Sometimes I'll listen to Legend of Winning. I'm not a big fan of his channel, but sometimes on the Andy Hoops, sometimes even though I'm not an Andy Hoops guy, I still listen. You know, um, a lot of other channels like Basketball Time Machine. I watch that channel. A lot of different channels, man, and I learned a lot of different things, man. So I'll take YouTube media any day over the YouTube sports media versus national sports media any day. Because national sports media is sensationalism. All they want to do is talk about LeBron James and what did LeBron James wear this morning and how did he get injured getting out of his bed. It just seems that's all people really care about, that and the Lakers. So anyway, Go Squad TV. Just want to kind of make that. What is your opinion on? What is your opinion and view based on what are the difference between national sports media versus YouTube sports media? Gold Squad TV. Leave your comments down below.